Think you're spending too much on groceries? What if I told you the Amish have been saving thousands on food for generations without coupons, meal kits, or fancy gadgets? Their secret? Simple, time-tested cooking tricks that cut costs without sacrificing flavor. And today, I'm sharing 30 of their best-kept secrets to help you do the same. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be armed with game-changing hacks to slash your food bill while eating better than ever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we bring you the best tips to save money and live smarter. I've been digging into the fascinating world of Amish cooking, and what I found was shocking. The Amish have mastered the art of cooking on a budget. No waste, no frills, just pure efficiency. In today's video, I'm breaking down 30 genius Amish cooking tricks that will help you stretch your food budget, reduce waste, and make delicious, wholesome meals without breaking the bank. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. 1. The Amish rarely buy processed foods. Instead, they make everything from basic ingredients. This saves a lot of money because store-bought meals and prepackaged foods are expensive. When you cook from scratch, you control what goes into your food. No hidden chemicals, no preservatives, just fresh, wholesome ingredients. Cooking at home also helps you stretch your budget. A bag of flour can make bread, pancakes, and even homemade pasta. A few simple ingredients can turn into a full meal. Plus, cooking from scratch means fewer trips to the store, which helps you avoid impulse buys. Another big advantage, it tastes better. Freshly baked bread, homemade soups, and slow-cooked stews have rich flavors you just can't get from a box or a can. The Amish have been cooking this way for generations, and it keeps their meals affordable and nutritious. If you're new to cooking from scratch, start small. Try making your own sauces, baking bread, or preparing simple meals without packaged ingredients. Over time, you'll notice the savings and the difference in taste. Want to save even more? Buy ingredients in bulk and plan your meals ahead. Just like the Amish, you'll be eating better while spending less. 2. The Amish know that buying in bulk saves money. Instead of purchasing small packages, they buy large quantities of flour, sugar, rice, beans, and other staples. This reduces the cost per unit and helps them stock up for months. Buying in bulk also means fewer trips to the store. This saves time, gas, and the temptation to buy things you don't need. The Amish store their bulk ingredients in airtight containers to keep them fresh. You can do the same with jars, bins, or vacuum-sealed bags. Another trick? Team up with family or friends to split bulk purchases. If a 50-pound bag of flour is too much for you, share it. This way, everyone saves money without wasting food. Stores like warehouse clubs, local co-ops, and even online retailers offer great bulk deals. Farmers markets and Amish stores often sell large quantities at lower prices too. By buying in bulk, you'll always have key ingredients on hand, spend less in the long run, and cut down on food waste. It's a simple habit that can make a big difference in your grocery budget. 3. The Amish don't let food go to waste. When fruits and vegetables are in season, they buy or grow them in large amounts and preserve them for later. This saves money because food is cheapest when it's in season. Instead of paying high prices in winter, they enjoy their preserved food year-round. There are many ways to preserve food. Canning is one of the most popular. The Amish make jams, pickles, and sauces that last for months. Drying is another great method. Apples, herbs, and even meats can be dried and stored easily. Freezing is also an option if you have space. Preserving food means fewer store trips and more home-cooked meals. It also reduces waste. Instead of throwing away extra produce, you can save it for later. Plus, homemade preserved foods taste better and don't have artificial additives. If you're new to food preservation, start small. Try freezing berries or drying herbs. Then move on to canning simple foods like tomatoes or pickles. Over time, you'll build a pantry full of delicious homemade ingredients, just like the Amish do. 4. The Amish save money by growing their own food. They plant vegetables, fruits, and herbs instead of buying them from the store. This way, they always have fresh ingredients right outside their door. Even if you don't have a big garden, you can still grow food. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley can grow in small pots on a windowsill. Tomatoes and peppers can grow in containers on a balcony. If you have a yard, planting a small vegetable garden can help cut grocery costs. Homegrown food is not only cheaper but also healthier. It's fresh, organic, and free from harmful chemicals. Plus, it tastes much better than store-bought produce. Another Amish trick is saving seeds from fruits and vegetables. Instead of buying new seeds each season, they dry and store seeds from their harvest. This helps them grow food year after year without spending extra money. If you're new to gardening, start with easy-to-grow plants like lettuce, green onions, or herbs. With a little time and care, you'll have fresh food at home and a lower grocery bill, just like the Amish. 5. Many Amish homes use wood-fired ovens instead of electric stoves. These ovens cook food evenly and retain heat for a long time. Once the fire is burning, the heat lasts for hours, saving energy and money. Wood-fired ovens are great for baking bread, roasting meats, and making hearty stews. Since the Amish often cook large meals for their families, these ovens allow them to prepare food in bulk. This reduces cooking time and fuel costs. Using a wood oven might not be possible for everyone, but you can still use the same idea. Cooking with a slow cooker or Dutch oven helps retain heat and cook food efficiently. If you have an outdoor space, a fire pit or a clay oven can be a great alternative. Another Amish trick is using the oven's leftover heat. After baking, they place dishes inside to keep them warm or dry herbs and fruit. This way, no energy is wasted. Cooking with less electricity is a smart way to cut costs. Whether using a wood oven or slow cooking meals, you'll save money and enjoy rich, home-cooked flavors. 6. The Amish don't buy store-bought bread, they make their own. Baking bread at home is much cheaper than buying it. A loaf of homemade bread costs just a fraction of what you'd pay at the store. It also tastes better. Freshly baked bread is warm, soft, and free from preservatives. You control the ingredients so you can make it as healthy as you want. Making bread doesn't have to be hard. Simple recipes use just flour, water, yeast, and salt. You can bake a fresh loaf in just a few hours. If you're short on time, try making a big batch and freezing extra loaves. Another Amish trick is using leftover bread in different ways. Stale bread can be turned into breadcrumbs, croutons, or even bread pudding. This way, nothing goes to waste. If you want to save even more, buy flour in bulk. The Amish do this to make bread for their families all year round. Try baking your own bread just once. You'll be surprised at how easy, tasty, and budget-friendly it is. 7. The Amish rarely buy dairy products from stores. Instead, they make their own butter, cheese, and yogurt. This saves money and ensures they always have fresh, high-quality dairy at home. Homemade butter is easy to make. Just shake or churn heavy cream until it thickens. The leftover liquid, called buttermilk, can be used for baking. Nothing goes to waste. Cheese making takes more time, but it's worth it. Simple cheeses like ricotta and cottage cheese can be made with just milk, vinegar, and salt. Yogurt is another easy dairy product to make at home. All you need is milk and a little bit of yogurt as a starter. Making your own dairy products means fewer trips to the store. It also helps you avoid artificial additives found in packaged dairy. Plus, it's fun and rewarding. If you don't have access to fresh milk, look for good deals at local farms or buy in bulk. With just a little effort, you can enjoy fresh, homemade dairy, just like the Amish do. 8. The Amish believe in using everything when they butcher an animal. Nothing goes to waste. They use the meat for meals, the bones for broth, and even the fat for cooking or making soap. This helps them get the most value out of every animal and saves money. Bone broth is one of their best tricks. Instead of throwing bones away, they simmer them for hours to make a rich, nutritious broth. It's packed with flavor and can be used in soups, stews, and gravies. They also render fat into lard or tallow. This can be used for frying, baking, or even making homemade candles. Lard is a great alternative to butter or oil, and it lasts a long time. If you eat meat, you can use the same method. Buy whole chickens instead of pre-cut pieces. Use leftovers to make broth or stock. Even scraps of meat can be turned into soups or casseroles. By using every part of the animal, you'll reduce waste and stretch your food budget, just like the Amish. 9. The Amish know that fermentation and pickling help food last longer. These methods have been used for generations to preserve vegetables, fruits, and even dairy. Pickling is simple. Cucumbers, carrots, and onions can be soaked in vinegar, salt, and spices to last for months. Fermentation, like making sauerkraut or kimchi, preserves food naturally using beneficial bacteria. These foods not only stay fresh but also improve digestion and gut health. Plus, they add bold flavors to meals without costing much. The Amish love homemade pickles, sauerkraut, and fermented dairy like buttermilk. Making your own pickled or fermented foods is easy. You only need salt, water, and time. Instead of buying expensive probiotic foods, try making them yourself. By fermenting and pickling, you can store food for longer, reduce waste, and add variety to your meals, all while saving money. 10. The Amish don't cook small portions. They make big batches of food to feed their families and store extra for later. This saves time, money, and energy. Cooking in bulk means you buy ingredients in larger, cheaper quantities. It also reduces the need to cook every day. Leftovers can be frozen or repurposed into new meals. For example, leftover roasted chicken can be used in soups, casseroles, or sandwiches. Another trick is baking multiple loaves of bread at once. Instead of using the oven for just one meal, they cook in bulk to maximize energy use. You don't need a big family to do this. Try making large portions of soups, stews, or pasta sauces. Store extra servings in the fridge or freezer for busy days. Cooking in large batches will save you money on groceries and electricity while keeping delicious home-cooked meals ready to go. 11. The Amish don't rely on electric kitchen gadgets. Instead, they use hand-powered tools like manual mixers, food grinders, and hand-crank coffee grinders. This saves money on electricity and reduces the need for expensive appliances. Many of these tools last for decades, unlike electric gadgets that break easily. A good quality hand mixer or grain mill can be a one-time investment that pays off for years. They also knead bread by hand, chop vegetables with simple knives, and use cast iron cookware that doesn't wear out. You don't have to get rid of your appliances, but switching to a few manual tools can help save money and reduce energy use. Plus, hand-powered tools give you more control over your cooking and can even make it more enjoyable. 12. The Amish don't waste water. They collect the water used for boiling vegetables, pasta, or meats and reuse it in soups, gravies, or even for watering plants. This not only saves water, but also keeps valuable nutrients from going to waste. For example, when they boil potatoes, they save the starchy water for thickening sauces. Pasta water is also great for adding flavor and texture to homemade sauces. Even vegetable scraps can be boiled to make a simple broth. Instead of throwing them away, they simmer scraps like onion skins, carrot tops, and herb stems to create a nutrient-rich stock. By reusing cooking water, you get the most out of every ingredient while cutting down on waste. It's an easy money-saving habit that makes a big difference over time. 13. The Amish don't spend money on expensive store-bought cleaners. Instead, they make their own using simple ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice. These natural cleaners work just as well and cost a fraction of the price. Vinegar mixed with water makes a great all-purpose cleaner. Baking soda scrubs away tough stains, and lemon juice cuts through grease. For laundry, the Amish use homemade soap or washing soda to keep clothes fresh and clean. Making your own cleaning products is easy, safe, and better for the environment. Plus, you'll save a lot of money over time. 14. The Amish prefer cast iron over modern nonstick pans. Cast iron lasts a lifetime, distributes heat evenly, and doesn't need replacing. A well-seasoned cast iron pan is naturally nonstick and adds extra iron to your food. Unlike modern cookware, cast iron doesn't wear out. The Amish pass down their cast iron skillets through generations. Plus, you don't need special cleaners, just hot water and a little oil to keep them in good shape. Buying one good cast iron pan can save you money for years. It's a simple, durable, and budget-friendly cooking tool. 15. The Amish never let food go to waste, and one of their best tricks is making broth from scraps. Instead of buying expensive store-bought broth, they simmer bones, vegetable peels, and herbs to make a rich, flavorful stock. Homemade broth is packed with nutrients and can be used for soups, stews, and sauces. It also helps stretch meals by adding flavor and depth without extra cost. If you roast a chicken, save the bones. If you peel carrots or chop onions, keep the scraps. Simmer everything in water for a few hours, strain it, and you have a homemade broth, free and delicious. 16. The Amish don't buy expensive chips, cookies, or granola bars. They make their own snacks from simple, affordable ingredients. Homemade popcorn, granola, and baked goods are much cheaper and healthier. A big batch of homemade muffins or crackers can last all week and costs a fraction of store-bought versions. If you have kids, making snacks at home is a great way to save money while avoiding artificial ingredients. Plus, homemade treats taste way better. 17. The Amish know that proper food storage helps food last longer. They store grains in airtight containers, keep root vegetables in cool cellars, and use cloth bags instead of plastic to keep produce fresh. One simple trick: wrap leafy greens in a damp towel before storing them in the fridge. This keeps them fresh longer. Another trick is freezing herbs in oil or butter so they don't go bad before you use them. By storing food correctly, you'll throw away less and save money on groceries. 18. The Amish don't rely on fancy ingredients. They cook simple, hearty meals that fill you up without costing a lot. Dishes like stews, casseroles, and homemade bread are cheap to make but satisfying. They also use affordable ingredients like potatoes, beans, rice, and homemade pasta to stretch meals. Instead of using a lot of meat, they mix it with grains and vegetables to make it last longer. Cooking simple meals doesn't mean sacrificing taste. The Amish season their food well and use fresh homemade ingredients to make every dish delicious. By keeping meals simple, you can save money and still eat well. 19. The Amish rarely rely on money alone. They trade goods and services with their neighbors to save cash. Instead of buying eggs, they might trade fresh bread. Instead of paying for repairs, they might offer homegrown vegetables in exchange for help. You can do the same. Swap homemade meals with friends, trade skills like sewing or gardening, or join a local barter group. This way, everyone benefits without spending extra money. 20. The Amish never let food go to waste. Instead of throwing away leftovers, they turn them into new meals. Yesterday's roasted chicken becomes today's soup. Extra mashed potatoes turn into pancakes. Stale bread becomes breadcrumbs or pudding. Get creative with leftovers. Combine small portions into casseroles or soups. Use scraps to make stocks or sauces. By reusing food wisely, you'll cut waste and save big on groceries. 21st. Store-bought condiments like ketchup, mayonnaise, and salad dressing are expensive and full of preservatives. The Amish save money by making their own. Homemade ketchup needs just tomatoes, vinegar, and spices. Mayonnaise is as simple as eggs, oil, and lemon juice. Making condiments at home is cheaper, tastier, and healthier. Plus, you can adjust the flavors to your liking. 22. The Amish don't replace clothes just because of a small tear. They mend, patch, and sew to make clothes last longer. A simple stitch can extend the life of a shirt or pair of jeans by years. Learning basic sewing skills can save you a lot of money. Instead of throwing out worn clothes, repair them. Even small fixes, like sewing on a missing button, help you avoid unnecessary spending. 23. Since the Amish don't use electricity, they rely on natural light. They design their homes with large windows and use light-colored walls to reflect sunlight. This reduces the need for lamps and candles. Even if you use electricity, take advantage of natural light. Open curtains during the day, work near windows, and turn off lights when you don't need them. Simple changes like this can lower your energy bill significantly. 24. The Amish avoid expensive shampoos, lotions, and soaps. Instead, they make their own, using simple ingredients like coconut oil, beeswax, and essential oils. Homemade soap is easy to make and lasts a long time. Apple cider vinegar works as a natural hair rinse, and a little baking soda can replace expensive toothpaste. Making your own beauty products is healthier, cheaper, and surprisingly simple. Plus, you avoid the chemicals found in many store-bought items. 25. The Amish often buy grains like wheat, oats, and corn in large quantities. This not only saves money but also ensures they always have staples on hand for baking, cooking, and feeding animals. Bulk buying cuts down on packaging waste and helps them avoid higher prices at the store. If you have the space, buying grains in bulk is a smart move. You can store them in airtight containers to keep them fresh and use them for everything from baking bread to making cereals. The savings really add up over time. 26. The Amish make their own soup mixes using dried beans, lentils, and dehydrated vegetables. These homemade mixes are much cheaper than store-bought options and can be easily stored for months. When it's time to cook, all they need is water and a little seasoning to make a hearty, nutritious meal. You can do the same. Create your own soup mixes by dehydrating vegetables or buying dried beans in bulk. They make the perfect quick meal for busy days, and they're so much cheaper than canned soups. 27. The Amish love shopping at farmers markets because they get fresh, local produce at affordable prices. They also support local farmers and avoid overpriced supermarket produce. Shopping at farmers markets can save you a lot of money, and you can find seasonal fruits and vegetables at lower prices. Local co-ops often offer discounts on bulk items and specialty goods, making them a great option for saving on everything from grains to dairy. By buying directly from farmers, you're cutting out the middleman and spending less while getting fresher, healthier food. 28. The Amish use simple, time-tested cooking methods that don't require expensive gadgets or complicated processes. They bake, boil, roast, and slow cook their meals. These techniques are effective and budget-friendly as they don't rely on high-tech appliances. You don't need fancy tools to cook delicious meals. Use a slow cooker to make stews or a Dutch oven to bake bread. These simple methods make meals more affordable and keep cooking time to a minimum. By mastering a few basic techniques, you can prepare meals that are both cost-effective and tasty. 29. The Amish are known for being resourceful, and one way they save money is by collecting rainwater. Instead of using expensive tap water, they collect rainwater in barrels and use it for gardening, cleaning, and even livestock. You can follow this method by setting up your own rainwater collection system. It's an eco-friendly way to save money and reduce your water bill. Rainwater is great for watering plants and can even be used to wash your car or clean outdoor areas. 30. The Amish family dinners are an essential part of their culture. They focus on eating together and preparing simple, nourishing meals. By cooking at home instead of eating out, they save money and strengthen family bonds. You can save a lot of money by prioritizing home-cooked meals. Instead of grabbing takeout, plan meals in advance and cook them together with family or friends. Make simple, filling dishes that everyone will enjoy. Home-cooked meals are healthier, more affordable, and a great way to spend quality time with loved ones. Just like the Amish, cooking together can bring your family closer while saving money. There you have it, 30 Amish cooking tricks that can save you a ton of money. By following these time-honored methods, you can eat well, reduce waste, and stretch your budget further than you might have imagined. Whether it's growing your own food, making your own bread, or getting creative with leftovers, these simple, effective habits have been saving families money for generations. You don't need to be Amish to reap the benefits. Start small, pick a few of these tips, and gradually make them part of your routine. Over time, you'll notice the difference it makes in both your wallet and your meals. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which of these Amish tricks you're excited to try, or share your own budget-friendly cooking tips with us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.